Every life tells a story. Join Frank Julian as he shares his one chapter at a time from Story of a Soul 2, releasing every Wednesday.
The Story of a Soul 2 by Frank Julian with Sean O'Neill, narrated by Frank Julian. Chapter 19, Leaving the Nest. I was not happy with the church that Peggy and I were attending on Wednesday nights. I felt that something wasn't right, and yet we were not finding the opportunity to leave. Actually, we were getting more involved. I was teaching once a month, and the anointing to preach was increasing in me. I could see the fruit that I was bearing. During that time, we moved to the family home that we have now lived in for over 35 years now. Our son contracted spinal meningitis and was hospitalized for almost 2 weeks. On one particular morning, when he woke with a high fever, I had watched a Christian woman testify on TV. She went on to win a gold medal in the Olympics, even though she had had spinal meningitis as a child. When we went to the doctor with Frankie, I asked her if she thought he had it. She said, "Because you asked, I will send him for a spinal tap." It was positive. She would later tell us that it was treated during the perfect window of opportunity, and our son has gone on to be a pharmacist with a high intellect. He is married with 2 children. We are blessed to have his wife, Libby, their son, Francesco, and their daughter, Carmela, in the family. I am grateful to God. Even though the church was supportive during this time, I was not happy deep within with the thought of remaining there. God was pushing me out of the nest. Peggy and I went to an alumni weekend at Grand Valley State. I decided to go to my old prayer spot on the other side of the football field and seek God's direction in prayer. I began to weep before the Lord, and all I could say was, "I want to be used by you more than anything else I do." Then the direction came to me, and I knew what I was supposed to do. I came back and told Peggy that we were to start a church plant as a means of seeing whether I had a true calling on my life or not. We would give it our all, and I knew that God would either bless it or not. He showed me, in my mind, a church in our area. I was to ask for the use of the church itself, not the hall. I felt that God would confirm the work with that request. I called the church and put in the request. When they called me back, I was shocked. They said the bishop is on a fishing trip, but when his staff contacted him, he loved the idea. He called it church sharing and planned our first service even though the church that we had wasn't happy with us. They denied our request to send us off with their blessing. I knew, though, that I had obeyed God and not man. We called up a lot of people we knew and invited them. We had a nice crowd the first night. I would be in school for 5 years as I ministered at the seedling of a church, the Fellowship of the Good Shepherd.
Thank you for listening. Join Frank Julian every Wednesday for a new chapter of Story of a Soul 2. Make sure you like, share, and subscribe so you don't miss the next chapter.